So Snake Eyes is the latest movie in the G.I. Joe series. I don't think it has any relation with the previous movies that came out. This is kind of a reboot, remake thing. They're probably taking the Marvel route to making a proper G.I. Joe movie, and this was supposed to be the beginning of it all. I'm not really a big G.I. Joe fan. I have never really watched the cartoon series or read any comics of G.I. Joe. I just watched the two movies that came before this. I gotta say, I'm not really a big fan of the movies that came out, but even then, I really liked the first one that came out with Channing Tatum, not so much with the Rock one. I was hoping that after so many years, taking a new route, making this an origin movie, and just focusing on one character, this movie is gonna be something great, something better than anything that came before. So this movie starts off like many other scene action movies, and from the very beginning, I could tell that I know what's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes. And for me, this movie just kept being that movie where I could tell what's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes. This movie at times felt very much like a 90s action movie to me because the plot was very predictable for me, and the journey or the adventure of the characters in this movie felt so familiar. Like I've seen this before, I've seen this happen in action movies before. That is never really a good sign because that tells you that this movie story is not really that great, and it's really not. I mean, I understand that G.I. Joe came from cartoons. This movie actually does feel like a cartoon. I mean, this movie feels like an episode of G.I. Joe, and I feel like the whole story of this movie probably could have been finished in 1 or 2 episodes, which would roughly be 20 to 40 minutes. But I know some things about the G.I. Joes, and Snake Eyes does not talk. That's something that I knew. Like, Snake Eyes does not talk. But in this movie, Snake Eyes does talk because this is before he became Snake Eyes. So he must have talked back then, right? I don't know. But the thing is, Snake Eyes in this movie is a guy who goes from one place to another, fights some people, he's looking for something, he's searching for something, and he finds Storm Shadow, who takes him in, whose clan teaches him and trains him into the arts of being a ninja. What I liked about this movie, and probably why I watched this movie, is because of Iko Uwais. I mean, I fucking love that guy. That guy is like the best action guy alive in this time to me. I mean, I have never missed one film that he made. His films are fucking Christmas tree for me. I love those action movies. Every single action movie that he made or he was in, they were amazing. And there's just one thing, like if you have Iko in your team, you can probably fucking beat Superman. Snake Eyes he's not even needed here. This clan, they have Iko as Hard Master who trains Snake Eyes. Yeah, Snake Eyes is badass. Snake Eyes is all that thing that you have heard or seen before, but in this movie, does he deliver? Not really. This is supposed to be an action movie, but all the action sequences in this movie didn't really grab me. Not one. I haven't seen one action sequence in this movie that made me go like, whoa, that's cool. Not one. I enjoyed the parts where Iko was in, even though he wasn't in the movie much. Maybe he was there for like a total of 5 minutes, but I loved that 5 minutes. I loved his presence. I loved what he did. I loved his character. And I wanted to see more of his character than Snake Eyes. This movie is sometimes visually great, other times not so much. I understand that this review is probably gonna be very short because there is like nothing really I can talk about this movie. The plot of this movie is so overdone. You have seen it so many times that you can probably predict the whole movie in the first 10 minutes. You know where it's gonna go. You know what things this movie is gonna do. You know what the characters are gonna do. You know how everything's gonna turn out. At least it was for me. And this movie was supposed to be an action movie, which it was, but none of the action really took me by surprise. And there are some really cringy moments too in this movie. This movie at times felt like a movie made for kids, which it probably is to sell merchandise for Hasbro and to sell more G.I. Joe action figures and shit. But this is what I don't like when movies are made just so you can sell toys, this movie got really affected by it. I don't even know much about Snake Eyes, but I at least know this much, that this is not Snake Eyes' origin. This movie doesn't even show why he doesn't talk in the future. This movie feels like a beginning of something, which it is. There's probably gonna be a few more movies with some G.I. Joe characters, and then they're gonna make a G.I. Joe movie where everyone comes together. But I don't know, if this is the beginning, I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to any of the other movies, but who knows, maybe I'll be surprised. So yeah, this movie wasn't really that great for me, so I'm gonna give this movie a 5, because it was kind of bad. Hey, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. Hit the like and the subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.